That's just made me think of this guy, JP Sears. Have you heard of him before?
Mm.
He's like a spiritual kind of comedy kind of guy. He's like he does all these comedy videos, but they're in relation to spiritual and like being woke and stuff. Like what he's got these T-shirts that say "woke as fuck" on them and stuff. And it's like he did this TED talk which is really good, which was about uh how everybody's weird, telling people to embrace their weirdness, and like how weirdness is really just your uniqueness. And like this concept of normality is just like an illusion that we some reason are always trying to uh, strive towards. But when you think about all the people that made a big change in the world, they're not normal. They're like they did things that were extraordinary, or whatever it was, or extraordinary and like not ordinary. It's like something else, and are quite weird. And like he said, think about somebody that inspires you, and then just notice how weird they are, how different they are.
Oh, well, that's funny. I definitely went through that same thing in school, the trying to fit in, and I think I was in about sixth grade, about 11, when I realized that I was never going to fit in, and it was time to stop trying and embrace the weirdness. So I was a little ahead of the curve to recognize that young, but of course I had started meditating when I was 5, so that might be why.
Well,
So I don't know, like, is there it's funny because I think when I share with people that I communicate with trees, that's probably about the weirdest thing most people have ever heard. And yet so many people are like, wow, me too. I'm so glad to meet somebody else like me. And so suddenly I'm like creating this place for the weird people to fit in, which is really cool. I'm like, yeah, this is great. Let's like embrace each other's weirdness. Let's like, instead of instead of hiding because somebody calls you a crazy tree hugger, open your arms and invite them in. And so it's interesting. The need to be normal is very interesting. And you were reminding me as we're talking about comedy of a meme that has a mother and child, and the child is saying, "Mommy, what's normal?" And the mother says, "That's just a cycle on the washing machine." And so I think that's how I always think of that word now, as normal is only a cycle on the washing machine. It's not something for people to aspire to.
oh yeah. I suppose yeah, it makes sense because it's like a mechanical thing in it. I guess it's something that you can rely on that's always going to be the same. But it's like we're never the same, are we? Every moment's different. So I guess that's what they're trying to say there.
Yeah, yeah. So embrace the weirdness, embrace the uniqueness. That's where, like you said, that's where our power lies. And that's why my mission has become to help people unleash and harness their true gifts. I don't I don't offer I do teach qigong exercises and breathing exercises and specific techniques, but I'm not trying to teach a program. My mission is to help people to design their own personal practice that nourishes who they are, and especially those unique gifts that they've been suppressing for years. And now a lot of people have been suppressing their gifts for years, and now they're just bubbling up out of them, and they don't know what to do with them, and they don't know what's happening to them because they really always had these gifts. They just were taught to suppress them.